Picture this. Your industry, your livelihood, and your future are all bet on one big customer, China. Now imagine that customer suddenly vanishes. That's today's dire reality for U.S. soybean farmers. In a letter sent August 19, 2025, the American Soybean Association warned President Trump, without a swift trade deal, we cannot survive a prolonged trade dispute with our largest customer. China has long been the overwhelming buyer of U.S. soy, 54% of exports in the 2023-24 season, totaling $13.2 billion. But now, amid steep retaliatory tariffs, 34% overall, American soy is prohibitively expensive, and China is moving decisively to Brazil. Futures prices for new crop soy have dipped from $10.36 to $9.85 per bushel between mid-July and early August, below the national cost of $12.5, meaning farmers are deep in the red before harvest even begins. This isn't just about trade. Farmers in the Midwest are battling droughts, floods, pests, disease, and Trump-era tariffs that have collapsed international sales to China. Some say this is the worst downturn in 2 decades. Meanwhile, the $60 billion subsidy plan the government threw at them often benefits mega agribusiness over small family farms, and it's taking a mental toll. Suicide rates are now 3-5 times the national average among farmers. If this spectacle of financial peril doesn't scream policy failure, we don't know what does. Enter Brazil, enjoying a record harvest, cheaper production, and unfettered access to the Chinese market. Today, Brazil supplies more than 70% of China's soy needs versus just 21% for the U.S. China isn't sitting idle. It's building mega ports, rail lines, warehouses across Brazil and Peru to streamline its feed supply, some projects only complete by 2026, hardened infrastructure that will lock in Brazil's advantage. Thanks to Trump's trade war, Brazil gets the growth. U.S. farmers get the hangover. In their letter, soybean farmers warned they are at a trade and financial precipice and that every passing day without a deal erodes their market share further. Shockingly, export sales for the fall crop are down 81% from the 5-year average. Some elevators are refusing new deliveries. And don't be fooled by Trump's faith-based social media pitches, like a call to quadruple purchases on Truth Social. That's political theater, not economics. Farmers rightly call it wishful thinking. As the U.S. is squeezed, Brazil is extending its soy frontier into forests, including the Amazon and Gran Chaco, some of the fastest clearing ecosystems on Earth. Brazil's devastation bill would fast-track agricultural development on former forest lands, possibly erasing 90% of environmental safeguards. Also, China can feed pigs cheaply, real winners. Amazon acreage turned into soy fields, real losers. Everybody, hear us where the absurdity hits home. We were supposed to believe slapping tariffs and then demanding a 4-fold purchase from China is sound strategy. That's like burning your own house to scare away spies, then asking them to pay rent. The only thing that strategy is good at: mass confusion and economic self-harm. And while the White House sends boilerplate assurances that Trump cares about farmers, the policies say otherwise. We can't water down facts with empathy. Here's a seasonable proposal: reopen meaningful trade talks, not flash posts or face-saving slogans. Lower tariffs, sign purchase commitments, and reopen export markets. Simultaneously, diversify markets: Mexico, EU, emerging economies, and invest in sustainable supply chains. Also, level the subsidy landscape so family farms, not big ag, can survive policy whiplash and climate impacts. U.S. soybean farmers are on the brink, not because they're lazy, but because they're caught in a geopolitical gamble. If policy is a game, it's a cruel lottery with human livelihoods instead of chips. So to you, the viewer, ask your representatives, when did American agriculture become collateral damage in a trade soap opera? Demand real solutions, not political theatrics. Because getting beaned costs more than just money, it costs futures. That's it for today. Subscribe for more political economic insight. Thank you for watching.